Hi, in this tutorial for total beginners we will see how we can create cross sections inside a 2D spline. Here I have this simple spline shape. I will go to spline sub-object level, select the spline, press shift and drag in the Z to create a copy. Here I can go to the cross section button in the geometry rollout, and remember you need to be in the spline sub-object level. Click the cross section, move the mouse over one of the splines. You can see the cursor changes to reflect the functionality of the button. Now click release the mouse button, and when you are over the second spline, click right click to terminate, right click again to turn off the button. So now we have this cross section. Max will create a segment between each two vertices. So now I can continue this process if I like. Shift, drag. I can change the shape a little bit by moving some vertices around. Again, cross section, click, drag, and you can continue like this if you like. Now to create a surface out of this, you need to add the surface modifier. Now the surface modifier needs a closed shape made of 3 or 4 segments. The surface modifier doesn't work if you have less than 3 segments or more than 4. Also, the vertices, the underlying vertices in the spline shape, they don't need to be welded. That means you can have 2 vertices at the same place. Here, if you can see here, I have 2 vertices here. I will click the show end result to be able to see the final result of all the modifiers while working on this level. If I just click and I move the mouse, you can see that I have 2 vertices here, but now since they are not in the same place, we don't have this closed shape. The patch here disappears. We can still have this one. We still have this one because we still have a closed 2D shape. Now the way to bring those back together, you can use the snap, or I can select the 2 vertices and click fuse. Now the fuse will snap the selected vertices together without welding them. That means they are still 2 vertices. Now in the surface, what you can play around with here, you can just well, if you see that the normals are flipped, that means if you see that the faces here are dark, that means you are looking to the back faces. You can just click flip normal, but in our case this is what we want. They are in the right direction. Also, you can increase the resolution and the quality by increasing this value. If I decrease it, you can see it becomes more loose and less defined. If you increase this value, you can see that it becomes more tight and more well defined, more better resolution, better quality. What Max is doing here is increasing the underlying triangles in the mesh. You don't see them here, but If I add an edit mesh, go to faces, if I select everything, you can see those underlying triangles. If I go back to surface and keep this button clicked to see the end result while working here, if I decrease the steps, you can see that the underlying triangles are decreasing. Anyway, you can add a shell to give it a thickness. At any time you can go back here and you can still create a new spline, make a cross section, go back to surface, go back to shell, and basically that's it for this tutorial. If you like it, please press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video. Thank you.